Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. The silver squeeze is child's play compared to what is about to happen to this metal. Let's explore! And you're not going to have any idea what I'm talking about just by looking at this chart, because you might think perhaps it's rhodium, but look what's happening to rhodium. Rhodium has fallen over 10%. It's just dropping like a stone here, and it has been going down a bit recently here, but it is now well under $25,000 an ounce. But rhodium is a very volatile metal for sure. But what I'm talking about is not what's happening in gold either, or platinum. That's right, we're talking about palladium. Thanks to the great Silver Honda who shared this with me. This is quite an interesting read here about how 20% of the global production will be halted. So this short squeeze that we're seeing in the silver market, which is essentially man-made through Wall Street Silver and the like, and it is continuing based off of the other side of the spectrum. You know, a lot of people feel like there's a lot that's going on with manipulation. Many people feel there is a suppression in the price of silver, but we're buying it up in record numbers here this year. The general populace getting the physical, and I think that's a great thing. But there's already in the natural market of a rare metal that we know as palladium, there's been essentially a short squeeze for quite a while now, but it's now just been upped big time through an accident that has occurred there at a mine called Northnickel. Let's talk about it here from Seeking Alpha. In this article here from Silver Honda shared with me here, there was an accident at the mines of Northnickel, which is a major palladium producer in the world. It's halted production of 20% of global palladium supply. This is actually huge, and for those potential investors, it may be an opportunity there, especially considering that, well, the prices of palladium are sky high already, but looks like they may climb even more. But we don't know for sure, but it is interesting. It's a very rare metal. It's rarer than platinum. Regardless of how the situation at the mines will be resolved, the market may experience a price shock. That's where it goes with that. So we could see over $3,000 palladium easy from this. Northnickel is the major world's palladium and producer there. It's a high-quality nickel producer and also a major producer of platinum and copper. The company produced a total of 2,826,000 ounces of palladium in 2020. That accounts for 40% of palladium world production. Amazing and staggering numbers that one company has that much of the production for the metal, but it's a small market. On February the 24th, it became known that operations at two of Northnickel's largest mines, Oktyabrsky and Timyrsky, were halted due to flooding by natural groundwater. Oktyabrsky and Timyrsky produced 36% of all Northnickel's output in 2020. These two mines are the largest copper-nickel deposits and the key assets of Northnickel, with a combined production of 9.5 million tons of ore per year. To date, the company has not provided details on the extent of the incident. One of the risks is that the Oktyabrsky and Timyrsky mines may be completely lost. And boy, that would be tough to deal with. Due to the constant increase in water inflow, there is a high probability that this sinking cannot be eliminated, a rumor that is currently being discussed in the Russian market. And as you know, the Russian mines that really aren't as studied and as regulated as they are in other developed nations around the world. So let's take a look at the palladium market overview. This is a fascinating chart here. We can see that Northnickel has the biggest piece of the pie here, and Northnickel without Orkutubisky and Tamrisky, and then with it, although that really doesn't tell us a whole lot because it's saying that that is the whole slice of it, but it doesn't say if it's half of it or what have you. I don't understand that part of the chart here, but we see that Anglo Platinum is the second largest producer, and Impala Platinum is a big producer, and Stillwater is a large producer in North America. Glencore, and there's others out there. Now, it could be that these are split in half. I don't know, but it's interesting to see how that is played out there, that maybe if you took these with and without the mines and what they would be, but fascinating indeed. The infographic displays the distribution of palladium production in the world by producer. Global output of palladium in 2020 declined by 7%. However, Northnickel is again the major palladium producer with output of 80,115 kilograms cumulatively, accounting for 40% of global palladium production and $6.5 billion. The Oktyabrsky and Temisky mines, which were reportedly flooded, account for roughly half of the company's palladium output. So I guess that would make sense there with those cubes. The influence of these mines and palladium price dynamics is huge. So any negative news about further production recovery will immediately be reflected in the price. We can see here in this chart that tells us year by year production in metric tons, and Russia is the top producing country with South Africa behind it somewhat there. In 2020, saw less production in those two countries, could this mean peak production? I don't know. We'll see. But as you can see, it's edging back a bit as we move through. And Canada and the United States are far in distant third and fourth there. And then Zimbabwe is also a producer of palladium. Palladium production as well as sales declined by about 7% in 2020. The background of industrial demand decreased due to COVID-19. However, already now many industries are on a recovery course, which will certainly boost palladium demand. And so here we can see the market here. And obviously the auto catalyst market is the biggest here. We can see jewelry is 1.5%, industrial is 15.5%. Other uses, chemical, dental, electrical, and other. And notice there's no investment slice in this particular donut chart here, which my guess would mean that it's probably somewhere intermingled with the jewelry and the other category. So probably really about 1% of palladium's use is in the sector for investment. And do you have any palladium? I'd be very curious. I was thinking about on this news maybe getting some more with hopes that maybe it'll go up and I can sell it. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. But demand for the platinum group metal continues to rise as Europe and China impose increasingly stringent environmental standards for cars with gasoline engines. The thing is that palladium is necessary for catalyst production that reduce the toxicity of exhaust gas. The stricter the authorities' requirements for emissions, the more palladium is needed for each car, and therefore the global car fleet as a whole. Palladium's largest single use is in automotive catalyst converters. More and more regulations are being made to reduce the emission of gases from automobiles as more of them are put to the road. This increases the demand from auto manufacturers for the metal, especially in China. We can see here the demand over the course of the last several years has certainly increased. It's been in short supply since 2016, and shock in palladium production may worsen and shortages and cause the cost of palladium to skyrocket. So what exactly happened at Norilsk? On February the 24th, Northnickel announced that it was suspending production at the linked Oktyabrsky and Temisky mines due to groundwater inflow. These mines provided half of the company's annual production. Videos of the flooded mines later appeared on local television and in Russian media. One of the videos is dated February the 5th. This may mean that the inflow of groundwater began long before this information became public. The accident at the mines has been going on for more than a month. The company did not comment on the terms of production recovery. And actually, let's see if we can open this up and see if it has. This is a Russian site, so I'm not sure if we'll have access to it or not. But the company did not comment on the terms of production recovery at Otrobrisky and Termisky mines. On March the 3rd, the CEO of the company, Vladimir Potanin, gave comments on the accident to Russian media. Localization of flooded areas, laying of cement to localize the waterlogging is in process. Colleagues expect to reach final turning point in this situation and stabilize it by the 9th of March. But on the 9th of March, Northnickel will hold a board meeting in which a plan to normal production volumes achievement will be approved. At the same time, the production volumes that we have at risk will be determined. The accident will be of a material nature. There will be a certain losses for production. That sounds like that's damage control. I kind of highly doubt. It is now March 10th. Not heard anything about it. Despite this, neither Vladimir Potanin nor the company commented on the terms of the production and restoration of the mines. This may indicate that the company has no understanding of these terms. The market is waiting for more comments on the 9th. Russian investors are discussing several scenarios for the future development of Northnickel's mines, starting from the fact that the suspension of the mines may take from several weeks to a complete loss of the mines for several years. My guess is going to be a lot more than that. I can't imagine they recover from this that quickly. Here is the video show. You can hear something with their water rushing. I can't imagine water rushing. Oh, it is water rushing. Translation? Oh crap, look at all that water. Son of a motherless goat is filling us up here. No Palladium. This is our contribution to the Palladium squeeze. That's the direct translation. All right, very good. So, the positive scenario, production will be restored within a few months. Part of the media in Russia believes that production has not been affected much. The scale of the accident is exaggerated. In this case, production may be restored within a month. We'll see. Neutral scenario, mining will be restored before the end of the year. The company manages to build promptly a concrete cofferdam and stop the inflow of water. It could take, according to various estimates, 6 to 9 months to restore production, as it takes time to pump out the water. I would say that was probably a much more realistic scenario. And the negative scenario would be that they'll be lost for many years or permanently if they can fail to stop the inflow of the groundwater. We'll see. If that scenario is the case, then 20% of the supply is abruptly removed from the market permanently, unless they can find other mines out there. There was a flooding of Alrosa's Mir mine in 2017. It occurred on August 4, 2017. Water had been accumulated at the bottom of the giant pit, suddenly gushed into the workings. The Mir mine was the company's major mining asset until 2017. According to many experts, the situation will cause a decline in global supply of natural diamonds for the next 10 years, with a loss of about 15 million carats of diamonds. In any of the scenarios, Palladium and its ETF prices like PALL may face a price shock, regardless of how the situation will unfold. I think so. I think I'd say be prepared for this thing to continue to cause the prices to go up. So here is a press release commenting on the situation. The update, let's see what it says. We'll open this thing up here. They continue working. A major producer of the Palladium continues working on blocking the groundwater inflow at Otrobrisky and Tamir mines. So it's not been solved yet. And planning to consider the recovery schedule of the two mines once the current initiatives are completed by the March the 16th. So it's going to be a while before they come back online. It's fully idled and undergoing necessary repairs. Northnickel is planning to restore the disseminated ore processing circuit at concentrator by upgrading the loading and processing flow by the 16th of March. The facility is currently being inspected by Federal Service for Environmental, Technological, and Nuclear Supervision, the company's internal technical auditors. The timing of the relaunch of the concentrator will be decided upon completion of these two inspections. I would guess probably we're going to see at least another month, and that's going to hurt production. I think it's going to drive these prices up, and they're only up marginally now, but this news is now made public now, and it's being syndicated by at least now caught by this source, by Alpha, Seeking Alpha, which means it may be carried by other firms, and perhaps even Kitco News may pick it up, and then we're going to see probably increased demand from the investment side as people look to see of a way to profit here, potentially on purchasing some palladium as an investment. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. It is a squeeze that is definitely underway, or by an accident. Natural market forces. Mother Nature, in this particular case, is a much larger squeezer than humanity can be for silver. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to extend a special thank you to Silver Honda, who drives a blue Honda, for this ticker story, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.